Jaylen, just your thoughts on what you saw from this group collectively tonight, the way you guys were connected, never trailed in the game, responded to all their runs, and did you feel this was the best performance of the postseason for the group?
I would say so. I think we played 48 minutes. We played with great intensity on defense. And I think we just set the tone from the jump, and we got to be able to do that and carry that over into the next game because we got to expect their best punch next game.
How were you guys able to set the tone?
Just instilling confidence in each other. As we watch film, we get more and more comfortable. We see where we could take advantage of matchups on offense and defense, and just being physical. A lot of big guys stepped up. Grant Williams has been playing really well. Derek White on both sides of the ball, and Smart was just a beast tonight. Like, I don't know what game y'all guys was watching, but Marcus on both sides of the ball was incredible tonight. It was a great performance from him.
Shots falling these last two games, is the quality any different, or is it just a matter of water kind of finding its level?
I think personally for me, water probably finding its level is true, but we also playing the game the right way and seeing where we could be aggressive, and it makes the reads, it makes the shots, it makes everything cleaner. You know exactly where to attack, you know exactly where to take advantage of your matchups, and it kind of allows a aggressiveness to level out, and that's what Miami wants to do. They want to really get after you on defense. They want to put you in bad spots. They want to, really be aggressive on the ball. And as we're taking our time and being patient and seeing the game is starting to come to us.
Jaylen, you mentioned Derek a moment ago in his play tonight. He made a bunch of shots, but what do you remember about the timeliness of some of those shots that he connected on tonight? Yeah,
big-time player, big-time shots tonight. D. White came ready to play. As soon as they gave him any space, he let it fly, and he got hot from downtown. And on not just on offense but on defense, his aggressiveness is key. They try to put him into matchups at times, and his ability to be able to block shots, chase guys off shooter, guard the best player, get out in transition and still hit shots, that's really key for our team.
Jaylen, I know you guys haven't been happy with the way you've played defense for a lot this year, and talking about losing that identity a little bit. How have you gone about reforming that identity and reaching this level again over the last couple of days?
One, our back has been against the wall. Obviously, we didn't imagine being in this position, being down 3-0. But when adversity hits, you get to see what a team is really made of, and it couldn't get no worse than being down 3-0. But we didn't look around. We didn't go in separate directions. We stayed together. We doubled down on what we're good at on defense, and I think now it's a series. So we just got to take it one game at a time and keep playing.
Jaylen, just to kind of follow that up, you said down in Miami that you just wanted to get back there for a Game 6. You're back there now. What's it going to take to beat them in their building again in Game 6?
It's going to take everything. It's going to be a dogfight. I imagine it to be. I imagine those guys to be, play better than they played tonight, and they're going to come out aggressive. We got to be ready to take they punch at home. We got to be ready to be resilient and come out and do what we're supposed to do.
Hey, Jaylen, it seems like some of the hustle stats, it seems like some of the second chance points off turnovers, all that's changed in the last two games. How much of an impact have those types of things had in this turnaround for you guys?
I think that's the key. I think in the first couple games, they was definitely winning those plays, beating us to loose balls, diving on the floor. And I think in the last two games that we've been able to win in those stats and at least match that same intensity. And they've been able to come back down to earth a little bit. So we just got to be the harder playing team. They're well coached. Spo is a great coach. They got great players who have a great mentality. It's going to be a dogfight. We got to be ready to go.
Jaylen, you talked about the gathering where you galvanized on Monday night after Game 3. What else has happened? Why this sudden 180? And what's occurred? How has Joe had to do it? What's he had to do with that kind of resurgence? What's happened over the last 72 hours?
Just nothing special. I think just being together in moments of adversity, staying on the same page and sticking with it, doubling down on things that we need to do better, holding each other accountable has been the key. I think once we got ourselves together, we all looked each other in the eyes and saying like, hey, we're not going out like this. We represent the organization, but we also represent ourselves and our family. And obviously we haven't performed the way we felt like we needed to perform. So that game 4 was the start of the atonement. And then now we've been able to pick up off that in game 5, and hopefully we can carry it on to game 6.
Jaylen, this series really flipped in the second half of game 4 when you started running them off the line and like digging in and really running on defense. So what you were saying about Derek, how big was he tonight, and just like kind of keeping that intensity up throughout the entire game?
It's tough. Those guys, they play at an incredible pace. They kind of remind me, the pace they play at is kind of similar to like the Warriors. They sprint to their spots, they sprint off screens, they find those pockets, they relocate, and you can't blink because they'll relocate. You'll lose a shooter for a 3. So you got to be disciplined. You got to be sound. You got to chase those guys because all night they're going to be running. You got to bring your track shoes. And D. White, we got multiple guys that can guard multiple guys. We got to be able to continue that. D. White is one of them, chasing guys off a shooter. But then you might get switched on to Bam. Now you got to bump Bam. Or you got to get switched on to Jimmy. You got to be physical. And having multiple guys with versatility is key. And that's what we got to be great at in the next 2 games.
Jaylen, how this core obviously has been through so much and accomplished a lot. How do you feel like the experiences you guys have been through over the past few years, the big stages, the elimination games, prepared you for a situation like this and are now helping you as you go through it?
For sure. Experience is the best teacher. We're a resilient group. We've been through a lot. Obviously, it's the first time being in this situation, but it's a first for everything. So we don't look at it like we out. We just take it one game at a time. We just breathe, come out, play basketball, just take our time and do what we came, do what we're supposed to do. I think we'll be fine. It's a blessing to be able to play this game each and every night. It's a blessing to be in the playoffs. It's highs, it's lows, it's intense moments. It's moments that you're pissed off. It's moments where you extremely excited. It's amazing. So these next 2 games should be fun.